Hello everyone, this is Prashanthi. Thank you for tuning in. I have a very exciting announcement to make today. Yesterday, that is on Tuesday, USCIS announced that they will have a new H-1B lottery. This is a question that all of us have been asking. Will there be a second lottery? Will there be a second lottery? And so finally they have responded saying that indeed there will be a second lottery. They have not announced the date for the lottery as yet, but they hope to conduct this lottery soon. So this is great news for all of us. For those who have not been selected in the first round, you now have a chance of getting selected in the second round. What does USCIS further say? USCIS says that they have not received enough H-1B numbers to cover the general cap, but they have received enough H-1B numbers to cover the master's cap. Now, what are these two caps? USCIS caters a certain amount of H1s for each year. 65,000 is for general numbers and 20,000 is for people who have US master's degrees. So USCIS has said they've received enough numbers for US master's degree holders, but they don't have enough numbers to cover the 65,000 for the general numbers. So why is it that they had a second lottery this time? It's obvious. The reason they had a second lottery is that the people that they picked last time did not file their H1s. All of them didn't file, or at least there were not enough numbers to cover the 85,000 requirement. And they don't want to let the numbers go to waste. Do we know how many cases they'll pick? No, we don't know, because we don't know what the gap is between the numbers needed and the numbers actually filed. So we have to wait and see. So the selection will be done based on the registrations that have already been filed in March. So you cannot, if you've already been selected and you have not filed your H1 because you couldn't file on time, you will not be included in the registration. You cannot register now for a new registration, but if you've already registered in March, then you will be included in the registration. So what does this mean? Who will be selected, or who will be qualified to enter into the lottery? Anyone who has registered will qualify. It's just that people who have a master's degree will not get any special treatment this time, because usually master's degree holders get two picks of the apple. They're allowed to file during under the 60,000 and under the 20,000. So they get two picks. They are able to file twice, they are picked twice under the lottery. In this case, they'll only be given one chance. So everyone will be given one chance under the 65,000 lottery. And if they get picked, great, they can file their H1. Usually, USCIS will give 90 days to file their H1. So most probably, you'll be able to file your H1 until the end of the November if you are picked. And what are the next steps? The next steps are pretty much that you file your H1 once you get your registration approved. How will we know this? We have to log into our website, my USCIS website, and in there they will give the final results of whether the case was selected, whether it was rejected, or if it was not selected. So that status information will change in our USCIS website. And if you were picked, then the notice is attached in the portal, and we'll be able to print that out and attach that and send it out with the actual H-1B filing. So it's a good idea to look at what happened last year with reference to the registrations. Last year, the total registrations, it was a complete mess. As we know, the total registrations were 780,000 and final selections were 188,000. And we did have multiple lotteries because no one filed, and we know why they didn't file, because there was Each beneficiary filed multiple registrations. Companies filed multiple registrations through sister organizations, and USCIS said that if you did so, then and if you file your H1, then you will be subject to criminal penalties. So because of that, everyone got scared and no one filed in the first lottery, and then they had to have a second lottery. So finally, 188,000 cases got picked. What happened the year before that in 2023? In 2023, 127,000 registrations got picked, and there were a total of 483 registrations. And they did not have a second lottery before in the previous year. So this year we're lucky that we have a second lottery, and the reason for having the second lottery is, I guess, the market conditions. Not many companies filed their H-1Bs, and therefore there was a need to do a second lottery. Thank you for listening. I hope this information was useful for you, and we'll come up with many more videos and useful information to keep you updated on the US immigration laws. Thank you for listening. Don't forget to subscribe to our videos if you like what you see. Also, give us a thumbs up and share the video with your family and friends. Thank you.